Hello, and welcome to Brightleaf Tarot. Today, very excited, it is the official release day of Queer Tarot by Ash and Chess, Ashley Molesso and Chess Needham. This is from Running Press. I don't know that I have ever had a tarot deck from them, so I'm curious to know and see the quality. This box is kind of amazing. Okay, so the back says an inclusive tarot for the queer community and those who love them. Tarot is about more than divination. It is a powerful tool for self-discovery and self-love. In Queer Tarot, authors and artists Ash and Chess have created an inclusive, joyful interpretation of the cards to help you on your own journey. This deck was made with all queers in mind, all identities, body types, races, ethnicities, abilities, and sexualities, and features dozens of real queer folks to help inspire you. With beautiful risographed art that highlights LGBTQ plus symbols and stories, queer interpretations of the classic cards, and questions to consider during your readings. This deck will become an empowering and affirming part of your magical practice. This deck set includes 78 full-color tarot cards illustrated by Ash and Chess, sealed in an inner box, a 176-page full-color flexi-bound guidebook with sample spreads, and a magnetic closure keepsake box. Woo! All right. So, I have not opened this. This literally just came in the mail like 10 minutes ago. So here we are. It's got one of those great magnetic, but this is bigger than I've usually seen, so it's kind of interesting. I love that sort of tie-dye kaleidoscope print. So here is the guidebook. It's a nice size. Again, I like these sort of like, I don't know, it's like tie-dyed spray paint. It's really cool. I love this. These colors are amazing. So it has an introduction, queerness, and tarot, about the artwork, how to handle shuffling, choosing a spread, intuition, the deck, and the card meanings. And then it looks like they mentioned that there was real models used, so model credits and card art descriptions. So this looks pretty comprehensive. And I really love that, this color palette, these edges, this feels very on brand for what I've seen of their art. Let's just kind of skip ahead. All right, so it looks like there's no images. It is just descriptions of the cards, and that is okay, although I did just see something. There we go. So it looks like maybe there's an overview of the suit, and then it goes in. But yeah, I'm excited to see this. Let's get into the deck. So back to the box. Not sure what this is. A keepsake piece of paper. Very exciting. Ooh, this is nice. It's sort of like, it's like that plastic kind of cradle for these cards, but it's like that velvety feeling. And it's not glued down, I don't think. So, I don't know. You could use this box for something else if you felt so inclined. But I kind of like that. I sort of hate when things are glued down because, you don't know me. You don't know my life. Don't tell me what to do. Gosh, even this is really cute. Okay, my hopes are really up. So I'll be really sad if this doesn't live up to everything that has been so great so far. It's a nice little tuck box. And again, I'm going to use my patent pending solution for opening a box without hurting the tabs. Of course, it is pink inside because it has to be. And there's that sort of kaleidoscopic tie-dye again. It's not edged or gilded, which, I'm excited about. Ooh, okay, these feel great. It's hard to describe. It's like a little bit, gosh, I don't think I have a deck that feels like this. It's like soft and silky. These are really, I'm excited to riffle shuffle these. Yeah, it's like smooth, soft, silky. It's not that rose petal, because it doesn't have that sort of like matteness that rose petal has, but I don't see any glare or shine off these. I'm excited. Okay, so let's go through. So here's the Fool. And I love this sort of like modern psychedelic 70s kind of vibe that's going on. Very cool. Very traditional Rider-Waite-Smith. Got the Fool on the edge of the cliff, little white dog, the bindle on the stick, the flower. I think that's really sweet. Here's the Magician. Yeah, all the things that we would associate with the magician, and we've got the 4 suits represented in the traditional as above, so below kind of stance. Okay, this is really beautiful. I love these color choices. It's kind of saturated in this way that it just feels really dreamy, but like so colorful. Again, really traditional elements of Rider-Waite-Smith, but with some new additions in here that kind of modernize it. Wow, those pants. Very cool. I love all these colors. It's like somehow feels 70s and also like an 80s arcade game, but in the best way possible. Oh, I love the coloration of these pillars. That's so beautiful. Cool depiction here. I love this sort of stand-in for what would traditionally have been like a very religious-looking angel. The Chariot. And it looks like this person is in a wheelchair. And 2 little dogs in front of them. Very sweet. Kind of like they're on this rainbow. Very, very... I think, there's something that they're doing here that feels really successful to me already, where it's like very easily recognizable as the Rider-Waite imagery, but it just is fresh. I think it just seems a lot more interesting to me. I'm really excited to get to use this deck. Love this Hermit card. Very cosmic. Now, this has always been in the Rider-Waite-Smith kind of a boring card for me. And, they've really kept it pretty I love this like cat down here. Very close to what it has always been, but just this like color palette is like really exciting to me. And I'm not normally like a very colorful person, but I think this is amazing. We've got Justice here. The Hanged Man. Oh, okay. This is an amazing death card. Oh, look at these strawberry pants. I love that death card. It is so amazing. Temperance has always been a favorite card of mine as well, and I think this does a great job. Beautiful. Got the traditional devil card here. And, I love this style of artwork. I feel like this is one of the things that I really like about Pixie's artwork, Pamela Coleman Smith, is that it's like detailed enough that you can see everything that's going on, but there's sort of like you know, the faces of the characters are a little bit simple. And I really, truly do not mean that in a negative way. But, like, I think sometimes where art goes wrong for me is when it is, like, hyper realistic and way, way too detailed, because I feel like that is actually very distracting to me. Whereas, like, when I look at a face and I'm like, okay, I get the idea that that red is the lips. There's the very simple sketch marks of like where the eyebrows and the eyes are, and your brain kind of fills in the rest. Whereas something that's like photo manipulation, that I just think it always reads really like I don't know, it's like too much for me. And if you know me, you know that I love a tower card. I thought these colors would be too much for me, but they're not. Like, I really love them. Star. Oh my god, look at those dogs. They're so cute. The horse is a unicorn now. And the baby has clothes on, which is nice. It's like a much somehow softer interpretation, which is nice. Love this world card. So cute. Am I just going to say so cute to every card? I'm really trying not to, but if they weren't so cute, I wouldn't keep saying it. I love that little shadow on the ground here. Some of the small details are the things I like the most. I don't usually love the traditional Rider-Waite Smith 5 of Wands, but I think this is really nice. That pony, I can't. It's just so good. I love all these stars in the background. Oh, that's a nice little addition. It's pretty close to the original, but with this like nice little rainbow in there. And I have to say, like, I love this diversity within the deck. It's so refreshing to see in this like RWS context. Oh, I love this Page of Wands. I love this too. So far, I haven't found a card yet that I like could say I don't like. Oh my gosh. I love that cat just like hovering over all. Let's see. Three of Cups. Oh, this is nice. I love the little frowny face on the shirt. I love this sort of like very reclined pose. And this doesn't have that same, I like that it doesn't feel so like melancholic. Is that a word? Um, like traditionally the Five of Cups just feels so goth to me. And I like that this still portrays that emotion in it, but it doesn't feel like, um, I don't know, just like sad. Very cute. I love purple on this. The purple and the yellow, that's really a great color combo. And I wonder if in this cup is that a version of their self, or is that um, someone they're thinking of? Eight of Cups, very nice. I love this little like walking stick. Ooh, I like this. I'm sorry, is this is it a bad walkthrough if I just am like oohing and eyeing at everything that I love? I just I'm really taken by this. I'm so smitten. I love this like weird ass color combination of like the pattern mismatching. It just feels so like I don't know. I'm into it. Amazing. I love this Knight of Cups. And then here's some more. Let's see. There's a little schmutz on the card. Um, Another way that they've have inclusion. It looks like there's this person may have sort of medical disability, and inclusion is so important in decks because if you don't see yourself in these cards, then how can they speak to you? How can they speak for you? I love this pose. Like that is such a like boss pose. Yeah, I love this style of illustration. It may not be for everybody, but it's for me. I'm very into it. I wish that they hadn't gone so literal with the Three of Swords. I think this is always a sticking point for me in decks where I feel like if you just do the kind of classic three swords stuck in a heart, it's fine. But especially when they're making such thoughtful and interesting changes within the rest of the deck, I would have loved to see just something different here. But I don't dislike this card. I just feel a little bit. I've got to nitpick something, and that's something that I always think about no matter what deck it is that I'm looking at. Okay, but I'm back to loving this because I love this Four of Swords. Oh my gosh, these boots. I love these boots. Like platform cowboy boots. And the Five of Swords is a card that I sometimes associate with like read the room, you know, like you haven't sort of you like need an empathy check kind of. And you kind of get these people turning away from this person who maybe is overconfident in what they've done without realizing some of the consequences. But I think it's done really beautifully. Another great card. Ooh. Ooh, I love this Eight of Swords. Love it. Oh, that's really cute too. The pajamas that have the little like frowny faces all over them. It's really like in the details for me. They really did an amazing job. I love this Page of Swords. Is this my new favorite deck? Is that what's happening? Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I have to shuffle it first. But God, this is great. I literally like ran up the stairs and set up all of my stuff so that I could film this walkthrough because I heard about this deck, gosh, maybe last year, the year before, maybe it was just last year, but I was like, I have to have this. I started following the creators. I love what they produce. I love their art. You should go check them out. Amazing stuff, amazing art. And yeah, this was something that I was like trying really hard to be patient about, but I am so glad that it is here now. I love that they have, all these just sort of like modern moments in these very traditional settings. Oh, I love it. I can't tell if this person's in just socks, but, you know, I would say if you're gardening in socks, like that is definitely a mood. Oh my gosh. Love it. Ooh. Ooh, I like this a lot. Where all the plants have been sort of like replaced with more desert plants, cacti and succulents. It's really, really cool. And I can't tell what kind of bird that is. Maybe, I don't even want to guess. I don't want to be wrong. It's a different kind of bird than the RWS. Oh, I really like this. Oh my gosh. Such a good outfit. This is so beautiful. This outfit is so beautiful. The rabbit. Okay, I love this deck. It's a little chunky. Like, I definitely think whatever this amazing cardstock is what's making it a thicker deck. But let's see how it shuffles. That's the real test here. Okay, now. All right. That's actually really nice. It is pretty big in the hands. Like, I was a little concerned that it was gonna be unwieldy, but no, I think that it shuffles really nicely. The cards kind of slide over each other without sticking and without feeling slippery, if that makes sense. This is probably something I've said before, and I don't know if it made sense then either. No problems overhanding at all. And sometimes I do a combo when I'm reading is, I'll riffle and then overhand and then riffle again and then overhand. So let's take a look. Oh, King of Pentacles. I'll grab the book and let's see if I can find, oh, I went right to Pentacles. Almost. Okay, King of Pentacles, wealth, stability, discipline. The King of Pentacles is a person who is successful in attracting, managing, and maintaining wealth in a level-headed manner, but who can have issues letting people in. They are calm, thoughtful, and reasonable when dealing with money and business-related situations. When it comes to providing others with advice or guidance pertaining to money issues and work-related matters, they shine. However, they do not let their personal life get in the way, which can be both a good and bad thing. This card invites the idea of being smart with your wealth and reminds you not to forget that a balance between work and life is crucial. What can you do to get to a steady and stable point in your life when it comes to your career or your means versus the health of your personal life? At what point does it matter if you're working for success or for happiness, and can it be both? These are important things to think about if you are in the position of the king. Reverse. With the title of king comes power, and with power comes abuse. Falling into patterns of greed and dishonesty can easily be a struggle that you'll face when in this position. Things to consider. Is your job taking a toll on your personal happiness? And if it is it worth it? Enjoy your wealth, but be smart with how you use it. Share your knowledge and experience with others who are just starting out. Model, bug, crew, they, them. I love that card meaning. That's great. I think that it adds an extra layer to the sort of traditional meanings there. I'm curious to see how in the book they might address or take away some of the overly gendered qualities of some of the cards, like, for instance, the Empress and the Emperor. Maybe I'll just look at those. We'll get an idea. Back to the book. Okay, the Empress. Connection, self-love, unconditional love, abundance. The energy of the Empress is generous and giving. They may represent your support system or are perhaps an indication that you are someone else's. The Empress is in a place of thriving, surrounded by abundance and luxury. They hold an energy of a devoted parent, unconditional love, ultimately nurturing, and full of compassion. This type of energy blooms from connection to people, animals, and all living things. Pulling this card is a nudge to let yourself be loving and kind. Self-love and self-care are big practices for the Empress as well. Embrace these practices yourself and channel all the loving you can. This card can also be a suggestion to shift directions if you're feeling disconnected or uninspired. The Empress sees the world as a beautiful, cohesive, and magical place. And then the Emperor. Structure, power, action. The Emperor represents a figure who is in charge and unafraid of conflict, as long as it leads to a solution. You have used your logic and wisdom to build structures, and others see you as stable and secure. People often see the Emperor as someone they can lean on and trust. They have no fear of what others may say and command respect from those around them. They don't get caught up in emotions. There's no time for that. but rather seek to think logically and come to a resolution. This card encourages you to be direct with your feelings and needs rather than seeking a passive-aggressive approach. It asks you to be protective and put your needs first, callous as that may sound. They remind you to protect yourself and those who are close to you, and to stick up for yourself when it matters. At times, the Emperor can serve as a reminder to pass on your leadership qualities to others and give them a chance too, so that they can one day be as powerful and confident as you are. The appearance of the Emperor can also mean that although you may not feel powerful, you have gained the attention of someone that is, a boss, a mentor, etc. If you haven't been feeling so strong, the Emperor reminds you that this feeling won't last forever, and that you will rise out of this dark period in your life. Yeah, I think I'm excited to get to work with this deck and sort of work with the energies around it. I think they've done some really amazing things here. And yeah, I just think, gosh, like, come on, how beautiful is this deck? It does everything that I wanted it to do and more. You know, I think sometimes we have these sort of like expectations that aren't met. And in this case, like, I think they knocked it out of the park. It is just so amazing. I mean, these colors just make me excited to like to get to read with it, to use it. I can't wait for you guys to get a copy of this and to like feel this cardstock. It's really interesting. Yeah. Do you have this? Does it feel like anything that you have in your collection? Because I can't place it. But yeah, I'm really, really excited about the Queer Tarot. All right, so yeah, I'm just really excited to get to work with this deck. I'm so excited to get to really delve deep into the guidebook. And I think this is going to be a classic for me. And I hope it becomes a classic for other people too, because it's really beautiful. So, yeah, there we have it. That is my quick-ish walkthrough and first look at Queer Tarot, Ash and Chess. I'll put some links down below, but definitely please go check it out. And I'll mention $28 US, $35 Canadian. And I got this off of Amazon, so I don't know if that's still the price, but definitely feels worth it. I am so excited to have this in my collection. Thank you so much for being here with me today and taking a look at the Queer Tarot. I hope that was helpful for you, and I hope that you found some little pieces of information or got to enjoy the art. And as always, bye.